everyone. Welcome to Politics here on Channels Television. I'm Sheung Okin Baloye. 11 ministerial nominees have been screened by the Senate. Just at a time the process of the screening was going on, 4 more ministers were sacked. To many it came as a shock, but the federal government has defended the removal of the 4 ministers. We'll take a look tonight at the new crop of ministers and take some snappy review of the sacked ones. Meanwhile, February the 20th is a deadline for the submission of delegate names for the proposed national conference. Before that date, ethnic and interest groups have been meeting over what they feel should be discussed at the conference. The federal government says it will not allow the conference to clash with the political calendar ahead of elections in 2014 and that of 2015. Well, many deliberations have been held over the issues, especially on representations and modalities. As we await the date the conference will kick off, we'll take a look at the process and what should be done to achieve what Nigerians aspire. I have joining me on the program tonight a former Minister of Works and a former Lagos Senator, Adeseye Ogunlewe. Thank you for joining us on the program tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.
But before we go into some national issues, let me start with some PDP issues. There are a lot of things that are happening in your party, especially since you have a new PDP chairman. Tell us, how far do you think, from your own point of view, you are a chieftain of the party? How far has the former governor, who is now the chairman of the party, Mr. Muazu, how far has he been able to string the broken cords in the PDP?
Well, happily, the PDP was able to at least ask Bamanga Tukur, who was a controversial personality at that time, to step aside. And it has brought a little bit of relief on the tension brewing within the party. And you can see things settling down now. What he needs to do as a politician is to move around, go to each states, ask questions on what is really happening, what can we do to at least salvage the already bad situation. And he's capable of doing so. In any big political party, there will be rancor, there will be, attrition because of ambition. It is not unusual.
You really feel that Alhaji Bamanga Tukur's presence was a kind of ache for the party at some point.
It was bringing too much attention.
Why do you think that? Why do you think his personality?
I don't know. Maybe it is his personality.
But you have met him. I mean,
I've known him a lot. But it is, people surrounding you. What are they telling you? People that you have settling score with, which score do you want to settle? But it is gone. We have a new person here who should be flexible, who should listen to people and try to bring them together. Not everybody can be governor. Not everybody can be senator. You have to share things. Take this one, you take this one, you get this one, you wait. Everybody seems to be in a hurry because politics is now the most lucrative, profession, so to speak.
Why is this so?
That is where the money is. Once you are into it and you get an appointment, you can celebrate. You don't need to work hard to make a lot of money there.
Mr. Muazu is a former governor of Bauchi State. Yes. Now, you think he has the capacity, he has the influence to be able to reconcile the...
It is you listening. It is you being amiable. It is being reconciliatory. Let people talk to you. You listen to them. You harmonize them. You don't need to fight them. But when you fight within the party and you take sides, then there will be a counterforce against you.
If you had to count the losses and also count the gains, what would you say? How far would you say that the new PDP chairman has gone in reconciling the people who have differences in the party?
Yes, fortunately for PDP, the ASPC made a mistake, so to speak, but they are right to do whatever they did. To allow those defecting from PDP to take over the structure of their party as soon as they defected. That gave a lot of opportunity to those that have been in APC before as ESCO, from the ward to the local government to the state, to now just go back to PDP. So it is a balance. PDP is not losing much at all.
Really?
At all.
In fact, I mean, when we look at the fact that the leadership of the PDP has problems in the Southwest, not only in the Southwest, across the country.
No, I'm saying things are really unfolding better for PDP.
Okay.
It is not all
based on the actions of the APC.
APC. They should have shared the post. They should have done a little of reconciliation. But when you say wholesale, take over the structure, fine. The people that you have met there will also take a decision to go up to PDP. So the PDP is the power base. That is how the presidency. So the president could go around and canvass, and these people will be happier because they've never tasted the center before. They were in opposition. Now suddenly they discover that they are now part of the federal government. They are happier, and it's easier for us to defeat them.
So what do you feel about the defection of the likes of Alhaji Bafarawa and Alhaji Malam Shekarau?
It balances. You know, in Kano, there are 2 blocks. There are 3 blocks before the Rimi faction, the Kwankwasiya, and then Shekarau. Brilliant man. Engineer Kwankwaso, brilliant man too. You just swap. So what is the game?
So there's a balance.
There's a balance.
Interesting.
Very easy.
But I mean, it's making the game interesting, isn't it? Especially for some of us who are watching on the sideline, and we're watching, especially with the pressure that is put on President Jonathan from that part of the country in the north, who are saying that there is an agreement that President Jonathan had with them that he won't run for 2015. How do you see that turning out now?
Yes, it would have been easier if there is a coalition of thoughts. When the 5 governors were defecting, there should have been a compromise. Sit all of them down and share the position between your normal members and the incoming defectors. But where you allow the defectors to take over everything, Jonathan is happier. Because you cannot go to the other side and put them up, particularly when the governors are not contesting again. That is going to be a major problem. Because now they cannot contest. They have now to prompt somebody to contest as governor. And then you have a favorite, and the party will be divided too.
Tell us, how true is this talk about agreement between the northern leaders in the PDP and President Jonathan not running for second term?
Nothing like that. No.
So it's untrue.
It's totally untrue. How can you say that I should not, 4 years from now, if I want to contest, it is an inalienable right of anybody to contest. How can you say I could not contest? It is strong, ab initio. I don't believe in things like that.
Okay, let's look into the party. I mean, into the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan. Now, there were 9 ministers that were sacked. Interestingly, ministers have been sacked on Wednesdays now. It was 9/11 last year that some of them were sacked, and 4 of them were sacked on February this year. Looking at those people who were sacked and these other people who were sacked, and looking at those who are coming, what are your thoughts about the ministerial appointment and the sacked ones?
No. You don't say you are sacked. You are relieved of your post. Because
so you mean a minister cannot be sacked?
He was not sacked. He was appointed, and the appointment was revoked. That's all. So, if you say sack, it's as if it's in a full employment.
It's an English word. It's an English word. Sack means that you are removed. You are taken away from that post.
No.
So you mean the word sack is not applicable? It's harsh.
It's harsh.
But it's the truth, isn't it?
No. If you say you are sacked, it's as if you are in full employment. It is only you are dismissed, you are sacked. It is when you are in a full employment that you can be sacked.
Isn't it? I mean, isn't it true that when you are sacked, that means you don't benefit from the
you are relieved of your post.
So you were, a cabinet member, you were a minister under President Richard.
Yes, I was relieved of my post.
That's what happens.
Yes.
So no ministers can be sacked.
No.
They're just being relieved.
Outside that we say sack. My own interpretation of sack is that you are in a full-time employment. And when you are sacked, you are injured. But when you are relieved of your post, because you are appointed, you could be relieved. You can be only 1 day there.
Interesting.
It doesn't matter. Because you know that you are there at the pleasure of Mr. President. And if you say go tomorrow, you get an handshake and you go. What do you mean by sack?
Senator Ogunlewe, tell me about those who were, according to you, those who were removed or those who were relieved of their posts, the recent ones. Tell us about, what are your thoughts about them? should they have been allowed to go? How influential do you think they are?
No. They will not look at it that way. Even for giving you the opportunity to serve your nation at that level, even only for one day, how many people will be ministers in their lifetime? To say that you will be injured because you are being relieved of your post, they will be happy and go home, and it is there on record. All right, the ministers.
On the screen there are those who are relieved of their position. I mean, relieved now is a new language that Senator Ogunlewe is asking us to use. That he said the word sack is a bit harsh. Those are the first one on the September 11, 2013. Those were the ones that are relieved of their appointments. Now, tell us, I mean, there are a lot of pressure, especially on the office of a Minister of Aviation, the former Minister of Aviation, Mrs. Stella Odua.